Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Friends, we are discussing about the assessment questions of different courses of MA Education Program of Indira Gandhi National Open University. We have already discussed MES-011, 012, 013 and 014 courses earlier, and today we are discussing about the assignment questions of MES-015 course, that is the course title is your operational dimensions of education. In our earlier two programs, today we have already discussed question number 1A and question number 1B, and in this program we will discuss question number 1C. You see, the question is here: visit an educational institution in your locality and discuss with the head of the institution regarding various problems the institution face. Identify any problem which you want to solve for the institution. Prepare a detailed plan of action to solve the problem with the help of rational model of decision making. So friends, you see, this is the application oriented question, and I have already said that this assignment question is for both the sessions, January 2020 session and July 2020 sessions. Those have taken admission in MA Education Program offered by Indira Gandhi National Open University in January 2020 and July 2020 batch. Okay, that means first year in MA Education Program. And this question is from MES-015, question number 1C. This is the third question. Two questions have already we have discussed, 1A and 1B. You have to write this question within 500 words. You see, this question has been taken from block 4 of MES-015. Block title is Decision Making, Implementation and Evaluation of Curriculum Transaction. Under block 4, there is one unit, that is unit 14. Title of the unit is Decision Making at Micro Level. Decision Making at Micro Level. So friends, this content has been taken from unit 14 of block 4 of MES-015 course. So just like other assignment questions, here also you have to write one introduction about rational model of decision making. So you have to explain that what is the rational model of decision making, and here you have to give a background about what you have to do. You see, this question specifically asked to do something. Friends, now the COVID-19 pandemic period is going on, or you can say the lockdown. Now the unlock period is going on, but so far as the educational institutions that have not opened. But here what you have to do, you have to visit an educational institution. So at the present time, now it is very difficult to visit an educational institution. If you have and meet to the head of the institution, and you have to ask about regarding various problems the institution face, then accordingly you have to identify any problem which you want to solve for the institution. So you have to identify one problem. How can you do? So now lockdown period is going on. Schools and colleges, universities that has not opened. Okay, that now it is not functional. Students are not there. But if you are getting the phone number or any communication detail of the principal or any educational institute, you can just have by taking a permission, by requesting them, you can talk to them, and you can explain that this is for the academic purpose and you have to write one assignment. So that's why your assignment is depends upon their feedback. So that's why by getting the communication address, you can talk to any principal. Okay, then you can find out, you can identify that what are the problems their school or the colleges or any educational institute they are facing. And among the problems, you can identify any one problem. Then you have to prepare a plan of action to solve the problem with the help of rational model of decision making. Then you have to solve that problem. You have to prepare a plan of action. So how you will solve that problem? You have to prepare a plan of action. So friends, here, but that plan of action will be based upon the rational model of decision making. You should understand that what is the rational model of decision making. So friends, in the content presentation, first you have to write about the concept of rational model for decision making. You see, the concept of rational model of decision making is you can solve a problem related to education by adopting certain phases, certain steps, certain process. The first process is problem finding. So here, how you will find the problem? You have to interact with the head of the institute. You have to engage with them, discussing with different problems of the educational institute. So by discussing with the head of the institute, by interviewing them, you can find out the problem. So first step is the problem finding, then second is problem stating. After identifying the problem, then next is you have to state that problem. Operationally, you have to define that problem. Okay. Statement of the problem means you have to explain about the problem, about the nature of the problem. Okay. About how this problem has occurred. Okay, so you have to define that problem. This is not only writing that the problem of attendance. Only writing the problem of attendance is not enough. Rather, you have to state it. Attendance means what, and if there is the problem of attendance, then how it happens. So you have to explain it with detail about the statement of the problem. Then as per the rational model of decision making, you have to find out the option. That's called as the option finding. So what are the different options that you can suggest for solving that problem? Okay. Then after getting the options of the findings, then you have to take a decision that how to use that option. Okay. Then further you have to take the action. Okay, so the options, you have to implement that option. Then after implementing the option, further what you have to do, you have to evaluate whether the problem is still exists or the problem has solved. If the problem has not solved, then you can recycle that process. Then further you will come to know the further issues of the problem. Then accordingly you have to explain it. You have to state your problem. Then again you have to find out the options for solving that problem. Then you have to implement it. Then further you have to evaluate it, or you have to monitor it. So friends, this is the your operational rational model of decision making. But here what you have to do, you have to visit a school, or you have to talk with the head of the institute of the school. Then by interacting with them, you have to find out the problem. Then accordingly you have to think yourself that how to solve that problem. You have to prepare a proper plan. You see, the areas of decision making means if it is related to education system, then you can say that problem may be you can say regarding curriculum planning and transaction, management of resources, classroom management, management of co-curricular activities, management of examination. It is up to you to find out the problem. Then further you have to conclude it by saying the concluding remark.